Hey everybody, last video that we're going to be doing here that deals with really breaking down kind of our simulations and our experiments to, again, continue being able to have that logical, informed conversation about what possibly could be going on with our space pod and our space station. Now, I'm not going to take a lot of time for this one because it's going to be a lot of the same we saw in the last video, but hopefully we're beginning to see a pattern. We're really diving into how different forces, how strong forces, weak forces, objects with the same mass, different mass, objects in motion, objects not in motion, are all affected when collisions occur. When the force of a collision impacts two objects, what happens to their motion, their object, based on the strengths, direction, and all that sort of thing of the force. So hopefully we're beginning to pull out some big ideas as to what's happening, seeing patterns between the experiment and the simulator as to when this object collides with this kind of object, with this kind of strength, what's happening? Okay, so that we can really begin to explain and have an informed discussion about what's going on up in space so Dr. Gonzalez can figure out what's happening with their ground team. So obviously you'll complete the survey. Hopefully we're in all green at this point. It's going to be a simulator that looks very similar to basically everything we've done up to this point. There should be no confusion or things that pop out that are different. So let's take a look. For this one, we're going to have the same setup for our data table. The only difference now is our object A and B are going to have different masses. Before they had the same mass, now one's going to be more massive than the other. We're still collecting information about their motion in the first two columns for our two objects. Still looking at, again, what's going on with the force strength. So we're going to increase the mass of one object. We're going to now look at what's happening with the strength of the force during that collision. Same idea here, folks, okay? When you get into the actual Amplify page, it'll have you start by clicking on the green start, okay? You'll have different masses for your collision in this case, all right? And with that, you'll notice object A and B will have our different masses. We're going to apply the correct velocities and such. We're going to run it, okay? We're going to analyze it. We're going to make sure we find those collisions, those pink arrows that tell us what's going on, because those pink arrows are where we're going to be collecting data in our Amplify page here. So when we're done with this, folks, we're going to hit that save and continue to save all the work we did, okay? Because after that is our big what happened situation. We're really going to take this big focus question, what our force is like in a collision, and we're going to pull in everything we did. So make sure if you get done with this step, we have everything done, saved, and continued before this next part, task 10, okay? If you have questions, reach out. Otherwise, good luck.